they usually have that one thing that's keeping them going, that's making them that strong. But whenever you're slowly making up to the rise, that's how you become a consistent, fundamental, and just all-around solid player. So Kimono is a player I've kept my eyes on for a long time. In the very same way, we have kind of the other side of the coin with Bamya, an upcoming 1v1 player who's finally found some success with a 2v2 teammate. So these are two teams that this tournament I've been very excited to see.
Yeah, we've really started to pay attention to Bamya in 1v1s, and now, I mean, based on this tournament, we're going to have to start paying attention to him in 2v2s as well. He's coming into this one PR 177 as, unfortunately, Palmtree Panic gets taken out about 45 seconds, actually under 45 seconds, but really around 40 seconds into this game. So a tough early stock loss for Palmtree Panic, but then Kimono is going to follow shortly after. There's a ground pound from Palmtree onto Pierchy. Oh, Bamya didn't quite have the range with the GC light. Beautifully charged.
That's so smart.
GC Insig from Pierchy. He charged it as long as he could to get the max range on that neutral fist going straight up in the air.
The only way I think he would have been able to get back there safely is if he fast fell down to the Rayman and sared or dared him with unarmed, which is just so unintuitive. You're not going to find that. You're going to get hit by the neutral signature.
Yeah,
really smart play by Pierchy.
Into that dead zone between the Rayman player and then the fist going right above him.
I am such a sucker for just those really clever micro interactions whenever you force the opponent to do something that they don't want to. So either way, it did serve them very well. Bamya and Palmtree Panic still keeping this lead, however, as they are playing this very, very well. Bamya committing to an offstage here onto Pierchy as well. Bamya is just dominating with this axe, man.
Yeah, we've seen a handful of Zol players here lately, and all of them have had quite a bit of success. We saw some Zol yesterday in Southeast Asia, and it was a very scary pick, doing, of course, like as you expect from a Zol player, a lot of damage, solid survivability as well, right as he takes a neutral air. And Kimono, we haven't even really mentioned the Sidra play coming out from Kimono. It used to just be the Ninja 729 back in the day playing this legend, but now we have Skeldra showing it, we have Kimono showing it as well.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, we saw an Onyx, and I said we're probably getting one with the next set too. I expected Kimono to be on the Onyx, but we're seeing the Sidra come out, so a lot of players are opting to go for that sword nowadays, which have been working out very well as too. Pierchy and Kimono. Pierchy nice only one with a fairly healthy stock at this point. Kimono's gonna have to play safely.
Ooh. The side sig not going to be enough to knock out Bamya yet, but it gave them plenty of time to knock out Palmtree, see if they could finish this one off. Oh, it's both
the
of them with that. No way, dude!
That's so good. That's so good. And just like that, it's a winnable 1v1. Bamya gets an Enlight, knocking Pierchy away. I can't lie. I hate using this word. Bamya has aura right now. He's just waiting.
Well, it's worse when you say it like that. It's aura. It's aura. It's not aura,
Bamya,
it's aura.
Bamya is not, he's not even being super parry. He's just standing in one spot waiting for Pierchy to do something. And as he attempts, he's gonna get that axe recovery. That's going to be the game.
Man, that was a solid game. 668 damage coming out from Bamya there. But that team split, even though Bamya did more of the damage, splitting those KOs right down the middle. Great job from this red team here in game one. And yeah, so Bamya being PR 177, that goes to show that he just like doesn't play twos very often. If we look at specifically this team of Bamya and Palmtree Panic, they played 3 tournaments this year. It was Love and War 2024 in late February. They got 17th place in that, so not even top 16 in a 2v2 tournament. Then Frostbite number 5 in early August, they got 2nd. And then in Frenemy Frenzy just a month ago, they also got 2nd place. So all of a sudden, they just like figured it out of nowhere between February and now, going from not even top 16 to the podium.
Yeah, so definitely that 177 PR is slightly misleading, as they have definitely been putting in the work, they've kept the drive, and they've put in the hours, and they're really starting to play quite well. Kimono and Pierchy, though, I mean, the exact same could be said for them, and how the set is going to end, no one could tell. Only time will. dude.
I don't know if that axe recovery is a little bit telling right there from Bamya getting the KO very early on in this game. It's almost at like the pace in the Blitz and XJ Cool J game 1 where XJ Cool J got taken out so much earlier than everybody else. Like everybody else was in orange when he lost his first stock. Maybe not even orange, maybe late yellow when he lost his first stock.
Bamya has such amazing confidence, not only in the game, but also outside of the game. You can see it in the way that he plays this zone, and I just love that about Bamya so much. I will never forget the time where I was hyping up Rain as one of the upcoming players, and Bamya was just like, chill out, bro. It's no problem. And then he queued him in tournament, and he beat him. And it's like, no one could believe it, but Bamya was like, it's no problem. Calm down, bro.
Yeah, he definitely plays like someone who is winning at all times. Great grab with that. Probably didn't even need it, but perfect timing on that.
All right, able to get back up with that dare, and Bamya just flow charting right now on the stage. Pierchy is able to get back up with the recovery though, and he's able to get some extra credit too, as he's just comboing Bamya right now with this axe.
Oh, he's looking for the turnaround with that side light onto Kimono. Meanwhile, Palmtree sending Pierchy over to the left side. Does have that soft platform to go back to for safety, but the second he tries to touch the main platform, in-light from Bamya. Bamya switches targets, in-light onto Kimono, gets the KO, knocks him out of the game. It's 4 stocks to 2, and Kimono is already gone.
It's going to be Palmtree here, only man on the red team with 2 stocks remaining, so might have to play it slightly more aggressively. You don't want to force the Gauntlet player to have to play slightly more aggressively. He's gonna be able to get some stuff set up off stage, but before Pierchy has to worry about that, he's able to pick up that stock, which is very important. Now all you gotta worry about is that team combo.
Now, Pierchy grabbing those 2 stocks on the red team when they were all extremely damaged, like that's one thing, that's the starter, but the real problem is now that the red team is respawned, they both have fresh stocks. And even though you have a fresh stock, you are likely going to get punished quite a bit anytime you try to come back to the stage. At least he has the soft platform this time. There's the pickup, there's the starter. Bamya was just a little bit too close, moved a little bit forward too much, and went into the desync from Palmtree.
Starting to charge up some of these down signatures. You already know Pierchy can't punish those because as soon as he attempts to, Bamya is going to swoop in there with a punish of his own, one of those revenge hits. Heartbeat goes for the offstage from Pierchy. What is that angle? He hits him by the funny angle, and he gets the weapon throws as well. Pierchy versus Bamya, 1v1 now.
Now, in terms of game modes, Bamya has definitely made his name known much more in 1v1 than 2v2s today, notwithstanding. So this is definitely going to be a tall ask for Palmtree. He's doing a great job, though, so far. He's narrowing that health lead, but yeah, it's like single moves like that. Bamya can sustain off of that. Pierchy, the GC side sig, reaching back onto the stage, giving him plenty of room. Trying it again, but Bamya's not even anywhere near.
Picks up the read, and that's going to be it. 1-1 on the board.
Way.
He's able to, I was just about to say, like, yeah, Pierchy is not known for 1v1, but we both were watching the screen when he got that combo off stage, right? I mean.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, I was almost, low-key, I was half expecting, and it's probably because he's been focused on, like, his games rather than what's going on stream. I expected the XJ Cool J to come out. The way his opponent fell after getting hit by that side air, I expected the fast fall down into the GC inlight, right on the bottom, exactly like we saw. But no, it was just the down airs, just the weapon tosses down. What a great edge guard.
And I don't mean to become, you know, philosophical, sentimental, but that's just such a cool thing about Axe right now. How we've been playing Axe for what, like 5 years in esports, and things like that becoming more popular. It's like this weapon is still evolving. We're still these pro players. They're still able to find some new ways. Before it was just dare spamming. People were able to adapt to the dare spammings. Now we got these entire weapon throw combos, insane stuff off the sides.
Yeah, fantastic edgeguard. Really enjoyed watching that one. We're going to be getting into this next game here. We have Fortress of Lions, Western Air Temple, and Apocalypse open. So we'll see which one we go to. If the stats today have been any indication, it's likely we'll go to Small Fortress, but no, we're going to the Western Air Temple. I don't even think in SEA, I don't know if we saw, at least on stream, a single Western Air Temple. I can't quite remember.
Now, I'm trying to think, who does this favor the most? I'm immediately thinking, you know, that ceiling knockout range. Maybe Bamya's axe recovery can be even more lethal. I feel like, I don't know if Cannon is going to be that preferred here, considering a lot of their knockouts could be horizontal. They have more offstage movement though, with a wider wall, which is going to be nice.
Yeah, they're still going to have the pillar down the middle, so you can't go into the stage, much like Fortress of Lions. Wow, what a great follow-up there. And the DC coming out from Kimono. Did put out a little bit of team damage, but it put out a lot of damage on a Palmtree.
Yeah. All right. Trying to edge guard Bamya here, but they will allow him to get back up. Gets that stare. And Pierchy and Kimono, they're playing very, very patiently right now. Kimono doing a really good job in his off play right now, making sure he's at the right place at the right time.
Didn't quite have enough damage on the Pierchy for that neutral light from Bamya to find the KO on the right side, but he did hit the side air, and that got the KO. Completely split the blue team. Bamya already picked up the first 2 KOs of this match. Red team has a small lead.
Bamya getting like 3 cannon nairs in a row onto Kimono as well, getting him just down into yellow.
No
and Pierchy
way!
touch! Oh no! That's so sad. Pierchy going down off the right side, and they're going to be playing a stalk behind.
He was so close to touching off of all of that pressure that Bamya was putting with his cannon off stage.
Just like that, their odds have just been cut in half in this game, and the Kimono and Pierchy are going to have to play that much better if they want to come out of this game 3 with a lead on the sets. Kimono able to pick up a combo though. Keeping the pressure high on Bamya. The ground pound, the grounded ground pound almost, going to be the one knocking out Seer to help his teammate too. They're kind of cooking. I don't know if it's too little too late, but they're kind of cooking.
Yeah, I don't know if Kimono like meant to do that on the stage and get that little like part of it that peeks over the side, or if he meant to go in like straight right along that wall with the ground pound. But the fact that he hit it on stage, I love that. Because even if he missed, if like a dodge comes through or something crazy happens and he ends up missing it, like a fastball from his opponent, all of a sudden like he's not down below his opponent in disadvantage state in recovery frames. Bamya's gonna fall there.
Out!
This game has just turned around all of a sudden.
It's a 1v2. How? They get the team combo started. They get the full-on combo. Yep. The recovery is gonna finish it. They did what should have been almost impossible. Kimono with 6 knockouts. What was that game?
Dude, what should have been an all but guaranteed L for the blue team, all of a sudden they turned it into a W. Great work.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that ground pound coming out from Kimono too was so clutch. And the only thing that gave them that massive disadvantage was Pierchy, as you mentioned, getting psyched out a little bit by that offstage. And you know, I'm not one to curse anyone or jinx anyone, but two dots on a graph, they make a line, and that line so far it's looking like Pierchy and Kimono were kind of dominant in that last 2 stocks.
It was very impressive because after the blue team like losing that stock to Bamya's pressure off stage, the fact that they were still able to turn it around and then pick up that 2v1 combo like instantly, perfectly timed. They were ready to go. They had the great spacing. They had the great timing. They were able to finish it off, KO off the top as well. They weren't like, oh, we're getting close to beating them. All of a sudden, the nerves are starting to come in. Anxiety's at the control board, and they end up choking. Like, no, not even a chance of that happening whatsoever. They really closed out that game so great.
We have a new pick here as well. We're going to Demon Island. Much thinner walls here. So Kimono not going to have the same kind of opportunities to go for the kind of ground pound that he was going for with Sword. Now, Bamya and Palmtree falling just slightly behind in the very first stock here as Kimono and Pierchy looks like they're starting to pick this game up a little bit.
Yeah, they're playing with a lot of confidence. They're playing like really tight and clean. The ground pound comes in. Pierchy's able to get away from it and get the punish on the down air. The side air back to the stage from Bamya onto his teammate so he can make sure to get back, but then he gets punished afterwards. There's a side air from the middle of the stage.
Oh,
neutral signature.
Palmtree
gets the KO off of it.
The GCD line into recovery all the way up there was insane. Still, they're both going to go down though, with the only stock advantage now being Pierchy. Palmtree played that first stock like a champ, man. For the second half of that stock, he was only trying to support Bamya, and he was still able to find a knockout in the scramble in some way.
Ooh, great damage added up on a Kimono so quickly. And then Palmtree almost got the read on the gauntlets for the KO off the top, but they're still putting the pressure on a Kimono here. Bamya chasing outside, going back over to the stage.
Alright. Kimono on the cannon, but only for a moment. Bamya knocks him out with that axe. Sair commits to the offstage. Ground pound comes out. The Sair, we all knew it was coming, and Pierchy couldn't do anything to avoid it. This is a full stock lead across the board right now for Bamya and Palmtree.
I'm thinking we're going to see a game 5 here. Unless they get this stock off to Bamya and then put in a work on the Palmtree. It's the on-stage DC coming out from Kimono.
It's the day of game 5s, man. That's all there is to it. And Bamya and Palmtree, it looks like they're trying to keep that magic up. Bamya is going to go down though, and Palmtree gets himself stuck in a team combo. Pierchy, Kimono, what a combo! Oh no, second one.
Long, dude, and they end up adding probably like 40 to 60 damage onto Bamya just like that. Wow, their combos are so good. They're so rehearsed. They're so extended. They're able to pick them up so quickly.
They got a second one. It was very short, but it set up potentially the correct conditions for Pierchy to attempt this 2v1. It's going to be difficult. Bamya and Harpley, all it takes is one good opening move, and there it is. They get their team combo, and we're going to game 5, Sparky.
I'm loving both of these teams. They are doing such a great job. I'm still so blown away by Pierchy and Kimono's combos. Like that, the long one that we got to see that we're gonna watch, I believe, here in one of these replays was so amazing. There was that beautiful side air from Bamya,
the combo, dude.
The recovery, yeah. In-light into an in-light into that side sig. I think the other one is probably two. Okay, here we go.
Alright, we are going to get
Catching
it. The N-light, no dodge.
Into the turnaround in-light, D-light, into the down air, into the D-light, into the down air, into the D-sig, into the N-sig.
D-sig, N-sig,
so
dude.
Sick. It's so sick.
D-sig, N-sig is definitely the kind of team combo where you're like, alright, do you have an extra controller? Well, we're going to a custom game and we're trying to figure out some combos together. You know, we'll just grind this out for 15 minutes. Like, that's not something you improvise. And if they did improvise that, that would just make it that much more impressive.
And they're able to do it, like, really reasonably close together in terms of 2v1 team combos, is so they don't have to like really spread out. Their timing on it is really clutch. Dude. Oh, dude, I thought we were going to see the ground pound from Bamya there. I think he hesitated just a little bit, which is a little bit uncharacteristic for him given how confidently he plays, like we talked about earlier.
A little bit uncharacteristic, and it is actually going to potentially mildly punish him, as that could have been the knockout onto Kimono, were not. But Bamya, all right, now we're seeing a ground pound that's a little bit not the same kind of timing that we were looking for right there. Bamya is going to get knocked out from that, and we're seeing the second knockout soon to follow here. Oh, Pierchy.
It felt like, okay, there's the D-light into the ground pound from Bamya. He's going to make up for his own axe ground pound that we saw. He was almost like a Dark Souls boss when he threw out the axe ground pound, where it's like, okay, you know exactly what's coming. You've learned the boss's behavior. You know exactly when to dodge, where to dodge, and how you can punish. And it's just like, at that point, you're like, you know what's coming, and you just punish it. I can't believe Bamya went for that axe ground pound.
Right, side light Nair with the axe. They're starting to rack up some damage here, and just like that, we've got ourselves an even game once again. Pierchy, very nice interrupt. Bamya able to hit that end light though. We're separating into two separate 1v1s for but a moment.
Looking at Kimono though, definitely taking the most damage out of anyone in this game so far, but everyone's starting to meet him. There's a neutral air into the recovery, sending Kimono high off screen. Palmtree completely disengages, lets Bamya come in, hit the axe neutral light, and get the KO.
Very nice, quick conversion as Kimono and Pierchy are down to the potential tournament stocks here. Need to cling on to these, and they need to find these knockouts quickly.
Oh, he ended up hitting his team, but then moved out of it so he could find the side of Bamya right after.
With the chase dodge, I mean, you could say that was intentional, and then everyone would say you're genius, but I'm not entirely sure. Bamya and Palmtree doing such a good job right now at just sustaining this lead and even extending it. We're seeing that first stock drop though. The second one could be soon to follow.
Nice.
This is what, if they get the team combo right here, that could be massive, but Bamya is staying safe. Really, really nice job from Bamya, not getting stuck into anything.
Oh, that's the knockout onto Kimono, and now it's Pierchy in the 1v2. This is going to be so tough. He does find the sidelight punish, turns around, hits the sidelight onto Palmtree. The juggle coming out. He fast falls down to get away from the potential recovery coming in from Palmtree's spear. Just Bamya's throwing at attacks, trying to cover the ground. The sidelight onto each member yet again.
Weapon throw going to connect. Pierchy is just stuck on this ledge, and the down signature, charging it up over and over again. That's going to be the entire set, Sparky.
He can just cover so much with that D-Sig. Charging it up, gets right in front of you, it gets like above you at that 45-degree angle, it gets over off the stage so you can't like ride that corner high up enough or else you'll clip with that down signature. That was a